Curtis.
What are we doing?
Finishing things up.
Oh, cool.
Hello, Taya. Are you excited?
Yeah, look, I thought she was gonna like attack me out there because she was so happy.
She doesn't attack people.
No, but I had to do this because she was gonna jump on me.
She attacks with love.
Yeah,
and
very aggressively.
And licks and kisses. All right, everybody, welcome back to On the Brink. So today, as everybody knows, the number one way to increase the attitude of your vehicle is by increasing the altitude or decreasing. You want to change the attitude, change the altitude, right? We've done that already. We went down fairly significantly. She's pretty low. That tire's kind of sort of tucked. There's no inner fender anymore. This back, I've mentioned it once in another video, but you guys see this line here in this tire? That's not from the factory. That's not tread. That is my rust getting into my tires somehow. It's not super fun. We've got drop shackles in the rear, and if you look at my leaf spring, can you guys see that? It's not at a great angle. She comes down over there. The front's on drop springs and drop spindles. It's a 2-inch drop spindle with a 2-inch drop spring. It's supposed to be 4 inches, but I bought springs for a V6 model, so a little lighter weight. So I think we're actually at like 5 in the front and 7 in the rear, because we got a flip kit and a notch in there too. It's becoming a problem, right? Obviously it's chewing up this rear tire. And in the front, I will show you guys. This happened. Ripped every single one of these mounting spots off. I'll insert some crappy Snapchat footage here. Whoops. Oops. Wonderful. Just to be clear though, we did not actually hook to this front valance. The hook came off of the frame where it was, grabbed the valance, ripped it off. It's a problem, right? So we got to raise this thing up at least an inch. The way I want to do that is we're going to go with coil overs. Fancy stuff. These are supposed to be bolt-in parts. These are QA1s. They're double adjustable. Cool thing about QA1, made in the United States of America. It's stamped up there in the part too. So we've got 750-pound springs. You have the choice of 750s or 650s. I went with 750s. I don't know why. My brain just said to do that. Got all the accoutrement to go with it. Some spanner wrenches. And my favorite thing, directions upon directions. So that'll be fun. And then we're going to take out the drop shackles in the back. And I've got stock shackles to go back in. So hopefully we can get this thing up 1 to 2 inches. I'm not gonna love the way it looks so much anymore because, to be completely honest, it's pretty badass the way it is right now. However, it needs to be more functional. I scraped frame right below the rear door, pretty much everywhere. So let's take a quick measurement and see what we got on this thing. The front valance isn't on right now, but what are we looking at there? Call it, 7.5. Yeah, let's call it 7.5 to the bottom of the actual chrome bumper. We'll measure there again before I fix that front valance, because them front valances are hard to find and they cost more money than I want to spend. Actually, I found one for $15 brand new. Shipping was 58 bucks. So nope, not doing that. Helping us here today is Senior Bob. You've heard his voice in one video. I called him on the phone for advice. He was in the very first video of going through old footage. He helped build the entire roll cage. Without the roll cage, or without Bob, the roll cage would not exist. He's down here. He's all gimped up, so he's helping us out. Bob now does Ultra 4 racing, the 4500 series.
Yeah, or it's 4500 class.
4500.
So modified class car.
Nocturnal Motorsports. See that there? You can check him out on Instagram. He doesn't have YouTube yet, but I'm working on it, and we're gonna get to work. Wheels off, brakes off. What else I get off? Brakes are up there, precariously out of the way. Hopefully they don't fall. We got the wheel bearing sensor here out of the way from down in here. I'm gonna start disassembling this section now. I think we're down to this guy, and this guy. Yeah, that's supposed to have a cotter key. I thought there was one. And then the sway bar will have to come out too. And we'll be able to remove this stuff. Bob is back here working on the back. Here's them drop shackles. You got to take the bottom bolt out because there's no way to get that top one out. So we got to take the bottom out, get the whole shackle out, and then remove the shackle from the spring perch. He's got, you know, safety first. It's not like there's a big gap there or anything. Oh yeah, safety first, right, Bob?
It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We're trying at least. So we're tackling both sides at once, making filming interesting, but we are moving forward. Okay, so I got everything loose. I didn't take anything all the way off, right? I still got that nut there, on there. Still got that one on. And that guy's on. Of course, it fell down quite a ways. So we need to break it free. I did take the shock nut off, which I'm not sure I should have done, but it's off. So now I'm gonna hit this with a hammer, see if I can get this to pop free, and we'll be able to take it off the rest of the way. Boom! There she went. Finished taking that nut off. I'll probably take these off first, and then this whole spindle should plop on out of here. And that A-arm will probably open up actually. Let's see what happens. Got it. Oh, that one didn't break free. That's not good. Got it. Spindle out. What's the problem, Bob?
Just trying to figure out the best way to still get this bolt out. When we get the lower bolt out, the shackles move backwards, causing everything to move down. So we're gonna have to move something somewhere. Most likely this up, but.
That's pretty far. How you gonna do that?
I haven't figured that part out yet.
What you got here, Bob?
So this may or may not work. Because the suspension is only held on by one bolt up front, I'm hoping I can just get the axle to articulate just by putting some light pressure here using this large 2x4. Just enough to get this raised 3 inches to get the bolt out.
And you're gonna do that with a 2x4 that's 24 inches long and a jack.
Yes. We're gonna see. I can't make a guarantee it'll work, but.
Ready, set, go. What's that? The whole truck's moving.
Is it?
Yeah, go again. Nope.
No.
That did not move at all that time. Go again. Nope.
All right. Back down we go. Yep. Whole truck moved a lot.
Yep, no bueno.
No bueno.
All right, you guys ready for this one? So we need the axle to go up while we're on a lift. So what we have is a step stool, some 4x4s, and a jack. And we believe this is gonna do the trick, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go nice and easy. We're gonna watch as we're going. We're gonna make sure that the truck isn't coming off the lift. and just the axle is going up. That's all we want. It's not going up even. I don't love that. It is going up though. Don't like that noise. Are you getting what you need, Bob?
This side's not moving yet. Okay. Make sure the other side's free. Yep, we need to go about an inch more. Let me see if I can get the bolts out.
Hold on.
A little bit more.
Get it?
A little bit more.
I think I'm maxed out, man.
I mean, we're up and above. We'll be all right.
Okay. That one went?
It's not all the way out, but it's clear the frame.
Yep, there it goes. Cool. Got that done.
Prices have
High five. Hooray. Sometimes sketch is the answer. I don't know what to tell you. If it works, is it really wrong? Stock shackles back in. Bob's tightening them up. Done and done. I hope I made the right call on this. I hope it doesn't look super doofy.
I mean, worst case scenario, you just put the drop shackles back in.
Yeah, well, this wasn't fun for you, was it?
No, but now we know how to do it.
Yeah, I suppose. That's why we're out here to learn and have fun. That's what I always say anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. Most of the time I come out here with intentions of fun and it turns to anger real quick. That's okay though. I'm over here trying to build this stuff. Let's talk about this real quick. So it came with these new bolts and nuts here, which I believe they want, yeah, to go down through yonder. Because the way the factory ones went, they came up from the bottom, right? So let's go over here and look at this. Factory ones bolted up from the bottom, from underneath like this, right? Can't do that with this one. They want you to go in from the top here, like this, and bolt it like that, right? Well, I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to tighten them nuts up, or them bolts, when there's a spring on this thing. Problem one. Problem two is they don't fit in those holes. They want me to drill them out, which I don't love. I'm seriously considering putting stock bolts back in and saying screw their directions. It's probably a bad call, but I'm currently considering it. I'm gonna build this and we'll go from there. We'll see. I'm on the fence. All right, I'm gonna try and assemble one of these things according to the instructions to the best of my ability. I'm not sure. It says about 85 times in these instructions, in all bold, to use Permatex anti-seize, void warranty words, yada yada yada. It says it a lot. I don't have Permatex. I have Markle. You know, that's the bonus of these anti-seize jugs. You know, you buy one of these and you pass it down to your children's children. They work. They last a long time. You'll probably take some of it home with you, but we'll see. Just put it in two spots. We'll see if this thing carries it down. This has got a weird little shoulder. It's probably really hard for you guys to see. Shoulder up. I think this is the locking one, right? Oh, there, it slowed way down. Yeah, see, it carries some of that. Never sees around there. Said to bring it all the way down to the bottom thread, no further. So I don't know how you can go further than the bottom thread. Like it just stops. So there's some gaps in here my never sees, so I'll just fill that in for the next rung. Because we ain't done yet. right, this is the actual adjuster one, shoulder up. I think it's the adjuster one. I ain't never done this before. Well, that never sees really slows it down. Okay, I guess that's that. And then this shim jobber. Am I supposed to put never sees on that too? Probably. It did say something about an optional thrust bearing that makes life way easier for adjusting this, but I didn't know it was optional. I don't know why they just wouldn't send it to you. Paid a lot of money for these things. But I don't have it, so we're not using it because I didn't know about it till just now. Maybe if I would have ordered the directions when I bought this, I could have had it ready because I've had these sitting here for a while. Springtime, skinny end down. Flies. There it is. That's pretty much coil over assembled, I guess. Now we got to put it in. Okay, I got this all the way put together now. Both collars, the shim, coil over at the spring, and I put the first bushing in here, and I have the spring topper isolator on too. I went ahead and drilled them holes out, even though I didn't want to. I went smoother than I thought. The parts that didn't go smooth were of my own fault. Well, I'm not going to complain too much. I want to make sure that my adjustment knobs are on the outside. There we go. Okay. I'm going to kind of manhandle this. I'm going to put the isolator and I'm going to get that nut started on that top one there. Obviously that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna need a jack. Might be able to do it by hand. There we go. Okay. Directions said to use a jack. I'm super strong, so we did it by hand. This has a regular nut and a lock nut. I don't know if I'll be able to start that lock nut or not. Smaller lock nut. It specifically said not to tighten those, which I don't want to anyway. So this is the part I wasn't looking forward to. Let's see how difficult this is. There, I want that one. There we go. Jeez, got it. Applied nuts. Okay. Coil over installed. Getting awful hot in these rhinos. I got to tighten all that up, put it all back together, and then we got to mess with ride height. Remind me, before I put all this back together, I want to click these clickers where I want them. I'm thinking I'm going 10 on each one, according to the directions. That seems to be what would best suit my needs. All right, it's all in. The directions said to tighten this until that bushing is the same thickness as the washer. That seems extreme, so I'm calling it there for now. We can tune later if we need to. But right now, since I got this all tightened in, I'm gonna hit the clickety clacks, right? You guys know what this is? So I got one adjuster for rebound and one for compression. I've already set the rebound, so I'm gonna set this one. So I'm gonna do, it's kind of hard to do here. Let me see, let's switch sides. See there? Nope, can't see here? Nope. You can't see nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're calling that. So I did 10 clicks on each one. I believe there's 18 clicks on both of them, right? So the more clicks, the tighter, firmer things get, the less clicks are easier. When it was all the way maxed out, I could move that by hand. So per the directions, it said if you want a firm, aggressive ride, do 8 to 12 clicks. So I put her at 10, and we can always play with it as we drive it and figure things out, right? One thing we haven't talked about is weight savings. I wanted to do this video, I want to do this whole front end. So I want to do tubular upper and lower control arms and an aluminum spindle to drop some weight here, and also brakes. But it is not in the budget this year. We are budgeted out. So that'll have to wait till next year. But just remember this moment. We're going to come back and we're going to do some major weight savings on the front of this truck next year. Promises, promises. Okay, so that's lower than before. Wow. That's way low. That's way, 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 way too low. So that's the new height of the rear. I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate it. I hate everything about it. I think it looks absolutely terrible. Like, I'm aware it's all rusted out and stuff, but it looked way better how it was before. That is a massive gap. Terrible, terrible fitment. But I think we're just gonna have to live with it because it was eating my tire. So this is what it's gonna be for now. Next year, hopefully we can do some sort of 3 or 4 link system back here. Get rid of this stock suspension stuff, and at that point, we can play with that and make it both look better, handle better, and not eat my tire. And that may involve changing wheels and tires. I don't know. Like, nothing's off the table right now because yuck, that's disgusting. But as far as the front goes, that's obviously unacceptable. We're lower than when we started, and the lift arms are still in it. Like, I haven't even jacked it up to pull the lift arms out. And when I do that, I'm sure it'll go even lower, but that's okay. We're on the lowest setting. If you remember when we built those coilovers, they told us, you know, have it all the way down. So I'm gonna jack the truck back up, and we're gonna start using these spanner wrenches here. And I just noticed they're different. So look forward to figuring that out, and we'll start cranking them up. I'm not gonna really do much measuring now because this is wrong, so it's whatever. I'm basically gonna crank them about halfway up on both sides. Or should I just do one at a time and test? I don't know. My plan right now is to crank them, I don't even know, a ways up. And then we'll set her back down and check it again. And it'll probably be a bunch of up, down, crank, crank, up, down, crank, crank, till we get it where we like it. All right, well, as you can see, these were not anywhere close to tight. That spring at full droop wasn't even, you know, compressed up in the housing there at all, so I can move these by hand. It's just now starting to get tight. I'll bust that wrench out. We'll take this one up a little more, and then I'll measure, you know, with a micrometer the distance between here, or maybe I'll run this up and then measure the distance from the bottom of it to the bottom of the threads, whatever, and we'll try and get them as close as possible. It's hard to see, but we're talking about an inch and 5/8 from the mating surface of that lock collar there. Yeah, it's about what I got on the other side. So I think we will just snug up that lock. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to anyway. And we'll drop her back down and see what it looks like. All right, there it is. I know it's hard to tell with the post right there, but we are officially above, gotta Can you guys see? We are off the lift. Not by much, but we're off. I know our measuring at the beginning of this wasn't super great, but I mean, this is a rough ballpark type of thing, right? I think we're up about 1.5 inches now. We know for a fact that we will no longer have to jack the front end up to get it on the lift arms, which is a bonus. I think at this point, we're just trying to make it look right to the point where it's not raked out, which is hard to tell because of the rust. Obviously, there's more wheel gap there than there is here because there's more fender here than there is there. I think I'm gonna have to get it away from this lift to get a real good look at it. All right, we're calling suspension done. That's it for the red truck and the altitude adjustments. The front looks pretty good. The back I don't like. Doesn't matter, forget about that. If you want to do the coilover swap, I highly suggest it. It's a good little bit of money, but I think I'm really gonna like this long term. It was pretty simple to do, and adjusting the height is gonna be real easy. We will get on the road soon and we'll start testing this and we'll take you guys along for the ride. It's currently not running because we are doing engine upgrades as well, which will be the next video. So stay tuned for that one. And then we got something really cool planned after that. So definitely stay tuned if you've been watching along for a while. But that's all for now. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the future.